Right, let's start again. Three months ago, I tore off the band-aid and started a YouTube channel to document my journey towards the Paris Marathon in 2024, hopefully ticking off some of my milestones along the way. And the idea was that the subtext of the channel would be the mental health benefits that I get from running. Since then, I've picked up an injury, made some mistakes to make things worse, and done very little running as a result. Now here we are in autumn 2023, and instead of documenting a 10k PB like I'd hoped, I'm just trying to work my way back to a position where I can run pain-free. It started with a minor niggle that crept in over the course of a couple of weeks, and that's when I made my first mistake. Instead of acknowledging that it was getting a little worse with each run and getting it checked out at the first opportunity, I pushed on with my training. So then I was dealing with a full-blown injury rather than just a niggle, and my running was limited at best. But little did I know that my problems were only just beginning and I would make more mistakes. I saw a physio, got a diagnosis, and started doing the prescribed exercises and treatment. But things got more painful.
Say what?
So I saw an osteopath and a sports injury specialist at the same practice and started a new regime, only for things to get no better and new issues to present themselves as well on top of that. At this point, I learned a really valuable lesson, albeit too late. While seeking the guidance of experts, trust your own intuition and your knowledge of your body. If you see a professional, but you're worried that they've not asked enough investigative questions, or that they've set you a program that's causing you more pain than the injury, don't just plow on in blind faith, especially if the problem seems to be getting worse. This is the point I reached, so I decided to get a second opinion. And surprisingly, I got a different diagnosis. Now I'm back at the start of my rehab journey, but this time I've made sure the physio has all the information they need, and I've got a treatment plan that I'm happy with. So that brings me to today. And with a plan in place to get my body where it needs to be, it's time to focus on my mind. Like anyone, I'm a worse person to be around when I can't do the things that I love. I mentioned in a previous video how this injury outage has made me realise just how dependent I am on running for my mental health. Let's look at what happens to me physiologically when I run. But first, lunch. When you run, your body produces endocannabinoids. These substances are similar to cannabis and enter the brain through the bloodstream, causing feelings of happiness, calm, relaxation, and euphoria, often referred to as a runner's high. But more interesting than that, when you're stressed out, metabolic processes in the liver convert the amino acid tryptophan into a molecule called nyurenin. Stick with me here, and its accumulation has been strongly associated with stress-induced depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. Now here's where the big words really begin. When I exercise, the levels of an enzyme called kynurenin aminotransferase builds up in my muscles. This enzyme breaks down nyurenin into the related molecule nyurenic acid, which importantly cannot enter the brain. So in summary, by exercising, I'm helping clear my blood of a substance that can cause mental health problems before it even gets to my head. In short, running causes a natural high and helps eliminate causes of low mood, stress, and depression. And we haven't even touched on the long-term cognitive benefits of new blood vessel growth in the brain prompted by running. Mind blown. Fascinating, right? But back to my current situation. So how can I help lift my depression with a runner's high if I can't run? Well, good news. Eating just 10 kilograms of Toblerone a day should do the trick. Obviously not, but there are several things I can do to help produce those endocannabinoids that have such a great effect on my brain. For example, I can practice yoga. The relaxed state that a good yoga or meditation session can get you into can help produce those chemicals in the brain. Or if my injury will allow it, I can cycle to get a similar combination of fresh air and the sense of freedom that I love about running. And if you're feeling a little bit adventurous, you could try something like acupuncture. Recent studies have actually shown that acupuncture can kickstart the body's natural opioid system and also help you to produce those endocannabinoids that I keep banging on about, which tickle your brain. In summary, I'm still struggling with my mental health, and I know that nothing I've talked about will resolve that overnight. But the research I've done when putting this video together has shown me that I've got an awful lot more long-term tools to help me cope until I can get back to doing what I love the most. If there's anything you're struggling with in terms of your mental health, I hope there's something in this video that helps you find a path through it. But don't be afraid to reach out to friends and loved ones, or drop me a message if you want to. I'm always available for a chat, and I've certainly found that once I pushed through that stigma and opened up some conversations, I feel an awful lot better already. If you have found anything in this video helpful or interesting, please give it a like, consider subscribing to my channel, and share it with anyone else that you think might find it helpful. Thanks for watching.